Welcome to our time together. For today's video devotion, I'd like to share with you the video report that I gave to our presbytery in July about my work as a General Assembly Commissioner this summer. I hope this video will help you understand a little bit more about the workings of our denomination. And if you have any questions, please contact me and look at my written report, which you'll find in the lobby of our church. Thank you for the privilege of representing you at last month's General Assembly, together with Ruling Elder Commissioner Mark Finch and Young Adult Advisory Delegate Caroline Clow. They were both wonderful to work with as, together with hundreds of other people, we sought God's will for our denomination. My work began on June 22nd with 3 days at home of online committee work. I was assigned to General Assembly Operations, which was just about as exciting as it sounds. We did, though, have 2 items of interest. The first was to recommend having an all-person General Assembly beginning in 2030, and the second was to hold our next General Assembly in 2028 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And both of those recommendations were approved easily by the plenary. Next, there was a day for the committee leadership to prepare documents and a second day for us all to travel to Milwaukee. Our first full day in Milwaukee was called Community Day, and it gave us the opportunity to engage in witness and education about gun violence. I used that time to learn about Counter Stories Productions. They're part of Presbyterian Disaster Assistance, and I was very impressed with their work as they make films on topics of concern in our nation. Now, Counter Stories Productions doesn't just make films. They make them in a way that offers ministry to the communities they're focused on while they're in the process of making the film. Sunday morning, we all worshiped at various local congregations, and I chose Faith Springs, a Presbyterian church with a membership of about 50. They have an amazing music ministry, they provided outstanding hospitality, and while we were there, I learned about a Wisconsin game called Dart Ball. It's a combination of baseball and darts. But don't worry, it's not as dangerous as it sounds. We then began the work of plenary, where all of us together reviewed and acted on the recommendations from the various committees. We began this work on Sunday afternoon and continued it until Thursday morning. And I'd like to refer you to my written report that you have in your packet for highlights of what, in my opinion, were significant topics we dealt with. One issue, however, that I felt most passionately about was addressing last year's closing of World Mission. And it turns out I wasn't the only one who had strong feelings about it. The end result was better than what I hoped for. All 3 proposals were approved, one of them after being strengthened significantly, and 2 additional measures were enacted as well. Our moderators did a phenomenal job of conducting business, and in reminding us while we were doing that business that we were not there to vote. We were there to discern God's will. Through their work and through the worship that we shared, I felt God present and active in our gathering. Personally, I gave one comment from a microphone during the plenary, and I posted one comment on the General Assembly-wide communication board. My comments weren't necessarily easy for some people to hear, especially some on our national staff, but I felt that God had prepared me to speak a difficult truth. But I was honored to do my part in seeking God's guidance for our denomination. And once again, I thank you for the opportunity to do so.